Okay, got the red smoke.
Gun runs north to south, west of the smoke, west of the smoke.
Okay, copy. West of the smoke. I'm looking at danger close now.
Come on with it, baby. Give it to me. I need it. Get cleared hot.
Copy, cleared hot.
All right, we're recording.
What are you laughing about?
I'm just preparing for what's to come in about 10 seconds.
I'm going to let you describe and explain why we are conducting this episode the way we are today. Why right now. I'm going to let you tell the tale.
Okay.
And then I'm going to come in afterwards and clarify
It'll be
the
accurate.
BS that you are about to throw out.
It'll be accurate.
Fire away.
So yesterday, I'm in the studio. I'm messing with the Roadcaster.
Why?
Because
you tell them, or I'm going to.
Yeah, I will. Because I want to try and do some voiceover stuff, right?
You described it to me as voice acting, which, by the way, you thought I was going to crush you when you texted me about this, and I feel like I didn't crush you at all.
No, not at all.
I was totally supportive.
You were, absolutely.
Yeah, and now I'm going to completely change all of that. So that's all gone. You no longer have support. I'm going to mock you publicly. We're going to be in the middle of a jiu-jitsu class tomorrow and be like, Michael's voice acting. Let's do the fairy tale voice. Play the dolphin princess for us, Michael.
Okay. So I come in yesterday. I'm doing something of the sort, and
pause. Today's episode is brought to you by a brand you're going to recognize, AG1. I've been talking about them all year, but I finally get to talk about their newest product, AGZ. AGZ is a melatonin-free formula with clinically studied herbs, adaptogens, and minerals that is a nightly drink that helps you wind down to get ready to rest up for your next day. Traditionally for me, I have AG1 in the morning. It helps me with my hydration. So I've focused a lot on my morning routine. Now I have something that is helping me with my evening routine. Like I said, AGZ is a nightly drink designed to help you wind down from your day. With clinically studied key ingredients at amounts supported by research, including adaptogens, herbs, and minerals, AGZ is a melatonin-free formula that supports the body's natural sleep cycle. Each serving of AGZ delivers 250 milligrams of highly bioavailable magnesium, providing over half of your daily value. I know people are going to ask me, what does this taste like? I've tried to describe AG1, and it's earthy. And honestly, the AGZ, it's herby. And I don't know how to describe the difference between those two. It doesn't taste like AG1. It tastes good. But what tastes good to me may not taste good to others. So I struggle to define exactly what it tastes like. All right, how does this stuff work? Adaptogens and aminos help you ease into sleep. This is your wind down phase. They do this by helping your nervous system unwind and manage daily stress. Then we have the restful sleep phase. Restorative nutrients such as magting magnesium L-threolate help optimize your sleep quality. I don't know what that word means. And then, of course, at the end of every evening, we have a morning. And the goal with this is to wake refreshed. We have antioxidants, including saffron, that help you wake feeling refreshed, not groggy. If this sounds like something that might help you dial in your evening routine, and if you're ready to turn down the stress and focus on rest, head over to drinkag1.com/clearedhot to get a free frother with your first purchase of AGZ. That is drinkag1.com/clearedhot. These frothers, these things are the bomb. I use them for a variety of beverages, but they definitely help mix this up. Makes it even more delicious. Back to the show. What does doing something of this sort mean?
Just voiceover stuff.
Where's the file?
I deleted it.
No, you didn't.
I did, actually.
It exists somewhere.
No, wait, in the trash, which I cleared. You might be able to pull it out in some way.
Where's Bill Thompson when we need him? He would.
Yeah. Oh, he'd be able to get it out.
Yeah. I want to hear some of your voice acting. Describe the exercises that you were doing yesterday. First off, you do not get to judge whether or not your voice acting was good or bad.
I didn't. I wasn't.
You said it was pretty good.
No, I didn't.
You just said that.
I 100% did not.
Whatever. It's possible that I'm hearing things. Go ahead and describe to me what you were voice acting about yesterday.
Okay, it was just a sample you need to upload to the website to blah, blah, blah.
Do you have an account?
Yes. I'm not giving
Does
you my
an account
information.
have a record of what you uploaded? Because I want to hear.
No, it doesn't.
What did you read?
An ad read.
What voice did you use?
Very informative.
Let's hear it.
it was similar to this voice right now.
Oh, you're going to get 0 jobs.
Okay. So I came in yesterday, lowered microphone 1 and 2.
Why?
Because I didn't want any surrounding sound to possibly come through.
Which doesn't happen because you can absolutely isolate track 3, which is yours,
in
post, which you should know this.
So
what could be some cascading consequences, Michael, of lowering microphone 1 and 2? And for the listeners or viewers out there, I'm talking into microphone 2. Normally I sit over here on the table at microphone 1, but this camera angle, when we do these, when he and I are talking, I feel like it's a weird angle for me to be turned so hard.
Right, yeah.
So I sit here so I can see you. What would be some potential cascading consequences of doing that?
So this is like all hypothetical, but possibly...
Hypothetically today.
Possibly Andy could be through 3 or 4 questions on the Fall of Friday episode.
And then somebody might show up. And what do I do? Because I care, I invite Michael to join me for the 4th question because it was actually jiu-jitsu related. And we should answer that one because it's interesting, and I think it is. I'm interested in your opinion on this because it's like more modern sporty jiu-jitsu versus more traditional or gi based, but then also introducing training tools like weapon shapes and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah. So you weren't even supposed to be a part of it, but I was going to invite you in.
Yeah. Very nice of you.
Mm-hmm. And you sat down, maybe at the table. What could have happened then?
So I sit down and I look at the roadcaster, and as soon as I looked at it, my heart instantly dropped, and I was considering not saying anything and letting you be like, I wonder what happened here.
I would have looked over there and immediately recognized what happened.
No. After I flipped these back up. So
you were thinking you were going to let me feel like the file was corrupted? I can respect that.
Yes.
I respect it.
But I didn't. I said, this is my fault. Like, I said, Andy, these 2 are all the way down. And
I was
you were
37
like,
minutes into answering questions. And when it is essentially the sensitivity of the recording device.
Yeah.
At the bottom where they were, I might as well unplug this thing.
No sound can come through.
So
you might have picked something up on this one a little bit, maybe.
Thanks for that. I would have had to raise that by about 100 decibels. And if a fly had buzzed by, it would have nuked people's eardrums would have fucking popped out. So yeah, I mean, honestly, I wasn't pissed about it, and I don't get too fired up about much. I really don't. I was like, whatever, dude, we'll figure it out.
You were frustrated at first for about a minute, and then you were like, it's fine,
whatever.
Yeah.
It's. I did tell you you have no choice because we just finished wrapping up an episode. I did say you have no choice but to sit now, and now we're doing a combined episode.
Yeah.
Because I'm not reading those questions again.
Yeah. No, I think that's fair. That's a fair. That's fair.
This is what I work with, everyone.
Yeah.
People say, "Why do you give Michael such a hard time?"
Yeah, it's because I suck. That's why.
I mean, you said it, not me. How awesome was it when I met your mom at the coffee shop and I directly asked her why I can't take you base jumping?
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
I don't know if she thought it was funny, but
not really. I think.
How come she never comes in? Your dad's in there almost every day, but she never comes in. It's the first time. Maybe she does come in all the time. That's the first time I've met her or seen her in the shop.
No, I think she does not come in as often. I don't know. I think she's just not as big of a coffee person as my dad is.
I don't know if it's good that she listens to the episodes.
She only listens to the ones that
weird.
We do. Yeah.
I only listen to my sweet Michael. Isn't he the best? I feel like his answers are the best.
That is not what she says.
Oh, really? What does she say?
Or sounds like.
No, I couldn't replicate your mom's voice if I tried because I'm not a voice actor like you. But
yeah, I could do it easily.
What kind of job are you going for? Are you looking for remote work?
Well, yeah. I mean, anything.
I saw a request to fill out a dog walker review for you or a dog.
Yeah, and you never did it. Thanks, by the way.
Well, I almost hit submit. Leah stopped me. Do you want me to summarize what I had written?
Oh, God. No.
Michael is absolutely the best. Our dog is cared for in every way. We come home. He is sexually satisfied. Surprisingly, we're short on peanut butter often. He sleeps next to our dog. He will sleep with his clothes on or off. Leah's over there because I'm just dying laughing.
The sleeping next to the dog thing is actually true, but you guys.
But
also
clothing
do that.
on or off though. It's like
Right, yeah.
depending on what
Optional.
you like or what your dog prefers.
Yeah.
So I'm over there dying laughing, and she knows me well enough now. She goes, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Michael apparently is starting this company or a business where he watches animals, and he asked me for a review." And she looks at me mortified. She goes, "What are you writing?" And I said, I read the last sentence. I said, "He's excellent with our dog. We come home. He's sexually satisfied." And she's just like, "What is wrong with you?"
Yeah, I'm glad Leah's there to temper you.
That one was all timing. If she hadn't been there, I'd have smashed submit on that thing. I'll write you one. I'll write you one.
That's great. Thank you.
Yeah, it's going to talk about your lack of attention to detail at your job. But
Yeah. Well, is that?
Do you have any
that's
questions
not
prepared
that's
for
not
today?
new for anybody.
yeah, do you have any
Yeah.
questions?
Yeah, I've got questions.
Let's do this. Let's do the jiu-jitsu one because it was
Okay.
pretty good. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Where we are. Cool. I think some people don't like it when we talk about jiu-jitsu. They're like, "Hey, you guys only talk about jiu-jitsu." I don't think that's fair. I think we talk about a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
But I
I
think it's been impactful on both of our lives, and I think we both enjoy it, and it's something that we both...
Yeah, we're both passionate about it. I feel like.
Yeah, so it's like, whatevs. Hit the skip
Also,
button.
I feel like it's not that common that we talk about jiu-jitsu.
I would agree. Okay, here we go. Andy, I'm by no means a jiu-jitsu, and this one has a bunch of questions, so I'm going to kind of take it one at a
Okay.
time. I am by no means a jiu-jitsu expert. This is actually could have been written by Nelson based off these next sentences. I've been a blue belt for far too long.
Yeah, this
by
does
being
sound like
inconsistent and not dedicating myself to more than occasional once or twice a week. However, he would need to change that to year.
Yeah, yeah.
I started in 2006, which by my math is 19
Wow.
years ago.
Yeah, that's quite a while.
And by 2009, I had my blue belt. Running the numbers on this again, it's 2025, tail end, almost Q4.
Should be, you know.
I let life get in the way,
Yeah.
and I am still a blue belt. Do you see how I think Nelson could have written this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. When I moved to my new town, it just so happens that another guy I trained with way back in 06 is at the gym I go to. He's now a second-degree black belt. That's how it works when you keep training.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's been a major push for me to get back into it, which is awesome. He's even been giving me private lessons at a good discount. Why does that matter? When I attend the group classes, I feel like the jiu-jitsu that is being taught today has little bearing on real-world encounters. Many of the people at my gym are doing the moves that many people mock, in air quotes, that he wrote, jiu-jitsu for, which being pull guard, butt scoot, or inverting. And maybe for people who don't know what we're talking about, I should describe that. Pulling guard is basically, I'm going to describe that as pulling your opponent down to the ground. Butt scooting is literally sitting down on your butt and scooting on your butt forward. And inverting is exactly what it sounds like, rolling kind of underneath somebody. Don't get me wrong. They crush me at it, and maybe I'm whining because I catch a thrashing when some 19-year-old purple belt hits me with wild jiu-jitsu I've never seen. Now the questions. When I do the one-on-ones with my friend, we try to do the real stuff. On a few occasions, we left our jeans and T-shirts on, and I sub out my EDC for a rubber training gun. In the past, you've spoken to guys about LEO-specific training. The topic of a gun not being the only option has come up. I was wondering if you do any training like this. Do you have any suggestions on resources or just advice around fighting while carrying your pistol? So this is where we'll stop and answer some questions. Have you ever done any weapons-based training involved with jiu-jitsu?
Yeah.
Like the Paul Sharp course?
Yeah, a couple seminars we've done. Yeah.
Paul Sharp was a part of, I'm not sure he still is, a group called Shiv Works, specifically Edge Weapons. Here's what I'll say. I think you should train like you fight. I don't think you have to train with your EDC stuff on all the time, but I think it's a great idea. What I will say this, though, a rubber training gun, most of the time they're not rubber. They're actually a relatively hard plastic. First tip on this is if your training gun has sights on the top of it, shave them off. I watched a demo at a place that I will not name. I will leave the name out of it, out of professional courtesy. And they were doing a demo where the person was essentially, it started with trying to prevent somebody from getting it out of the holster, and then actions if they do get it out of the holster, essentially going 2-on-1, meaning two hands on the pistol. And the person jerked the pistol back during the demo. And the uke, or the person that was participating with them, at that point began to bleed. Yeah. And this is also another reason why, live your life however you want to. I would, as a measure of absolute last resort, ever use a real firearm for any of this, but those things have metal sights that will cut you like a knife.
Yeah.
They often are going to have RMRs on there, or ruggedized miniature red dots. all of that stuff can break. I don't even like the idea that, and it's like there's so many safety measures you can put in place, but like a live firearm, even though there's no rounds, I just don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah.
But I mean, consider like even shaving off the trigger guard so a finger can't get caught in that, because those are injuries that are going to last a long time. But the sights, man, if somebody, it'll,
If you catch your finger on that, or
it drags along and it cuts you.
Yeah.
It's not as sharp as the metal ones, but it'll cut you. So if you're going to do that, please keep those things in mind. I wouldn't tape over the sights. I would actually just shave them off. And if it is just a rubber gun and that's not an issue, then awesome. But most of the time I've seen it's a relatively hard plastic, so it can maintain the shape and go into the holster. So do I do any type of training like this? No. Like right now, I carry in a fanny pack. I'm not going to go out and do jiu-jitsu with the fanny pack on. I feel relatively secure that I could access the vast majority of what I have been taught with that fanny pack on. It would stay closed. It would stay out of the way. And if you're up against somebody who is not rising to the level of needing to have a weapon pulled out, I feel pretty confident in being able to handle that. So I'm not going to go roll with a fanny pack on just because. Having said that, rolling with an appendix carry, or for people who like to carry at the 6 o'clock, why they would like to do that, because sitting down is a real thing, like you and I right now.
Yeah.
Get your, what's the name for that thing? The street broom?
the Constitution.
Yeah, okay, that's your name. It's there's a specific name for it though. It's like I forget. Go ahead and strap that thing on your everyday carry on the back of your are you wearing a belt?
Yeah.
Put that on the back of your pants right now. 6 o'clock carry. Let's go for it. Just to highlight a point. Get it? Nice. Nice. Now sit down on your workstation.
Just gotta make sure the camera can
Yep, get it. Nice. It's very well concealed. Nobody would ever think that you have.
No.
How's that feeling?
It's actually about to fall off my belt right now. It's hitting the chair.
I watched a guy over at Wheat, Montana, who had a vehicle that was completely decked out in all sorts of tactical flair.
Yeah.
Carrying at the 6 o'clock position with his T-shirt tucked in so everybody could see it, and then got in the front seat of his Jeep. And I want to say that he stalled out trying to get it into first, even though I'm pretty sure it was a automatic. So that part is me wanting to add to the story.
Yeah.
And, just because we live in the Kennedy era, it doesn't mean we can just make things up. So I'm going to tell you guys the truth. He did not stall the vehicle, even though I wanted him to.
That would have been hilarious.
Quietly judged him.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was carrying it to 6 o'clock right now, horrible. Can you imagine fighting off your back with a 6 o'clock carry position?
Oh, you couldn't even get to your gun.
It would be hard.
Yeah.
Especially if somebody was on top of you. But
Yeah,
again,
for sure.
So if you're going to conceal carry in a waistline, I would say you don't need to do this a lot, but I totally like the fact that they are doing this. Specifically, what I actually like even more is the jeans and T-shirt. Get used to what grips you actually have and what you don't have. T-shirts are gnarly. I don't know if you've ever been choked by a shirt. This thin edge, like the thick edge of a gi.
Cuts into your...
Well, the thick edge of a gi is actually way more comfortable than this garrote wire, where you can pull it up the back of the shirt and get a grip and then bring it over the top. Holy cow, dude.
Yeah.
It is gnarly. So I love that you're doing that, and I absolutely think that you should be doing that stuff. And then he asks, am I just pretending that I'm a cool guy operator, and should I accept that I'm not going to be pulled into Jack Carr's next great novel? You don't have to be an operator to train like you fight. Tools, regardless of what the tool is, let's use brain surgery as an example, a topic that I know absolutely nothing about other than that they're operating on the brain. I feel like they have a bunch of tools that they can use, but the tool is only as effective as the person holding it or wielding it, so they have to practice. I think you should practice every once in a while, and then maybe probably leave if you want to, maybe just for your own comfort or your training partner's comfort, the pistol out. Street clothes stuff I think is really cool. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, whenever I did it, it's only been a couple of times, but it was really fun, and it brought a whole different level of intensity that you never really see in jiu-jitsu. And I really liked it. Like, it was super fun. Like, I think we did on one of them, we did a training where it was like, you are literally, like, for these 10 seconds, you're about to die. And so go as hard as you can and make sure the person doesn't do this whatever thing. And it was really...
Paul Sharp's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's a little crazy for sure. But
he's out of his mind crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was some of the most fun and like kind of eye-opening, I don't know, training I've ever done.
It changes a lot about how you think about what you're doing.
Yes.
And again, you know what we totally forgot to address? The modern jiu-jitsu. What he's talking about, I would call sports jiu-jitsu.
Oh, yeah.
Is that real jiu-jitsu to you?
Well, what's your definition of real jiu-jitsu?
I don't know. And that's how I was going to kind of answer it too.
Yeah.
I actually love that people do that stuff. Not everybody is into this because they want to use this as a self-defense.
Yeah. I would say it's real jiu-jitsu in that like it's directly traceable to Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and it still is Brazilian jiu-jitsu. But if your goal, I mean, it depends on the goal. If your goal is to win a tournament, then yeah, it's real jiu-jitsu. If your goal is to, I don't know, survive in a street encounter, then
I would say some of it becomes a little bit less viable as an option.
Yeah, you need to shave some of that off.
Well, I'm not going to crap on people for doing it though.
No.
Whatever brings them to the mat, I'm super supportive of that. None of the stuff that, the inverting and specifically the butt scooting, none of that part is in my game. I don't like inverting because then people can apply, they can just smash you into the ground.
Yeah.
There are people who are really good at it. They can move your weight off center line and spit out at odd angles and stuff like that. It's just not my game. I found this way later in life. I'm not that flexible. I have no interest. Every old school jiu-jitsu player I talk to, I ask them about what they would change. They all say don't let some people touch your neck or crank on your head, which can kind of happen when you're inverting. But I think it's real too. I don't think anybody's going to be doing it in a street fight, and that's totally okay because, like I said, I don't think everybody is coming to this to be used as a tool as a street fight. For some people, this is their only social connection or their exercise or their escape from work, whatever it is. And so whatever you're coming for, right on. Is this guy frustrated that he gets caught by a 19-year-old purple belt hitting with that stuff? Yeah. You know why? Because it's super frustrating.
Yeah.
And if you've never been buggy choked by a child, you're not living life appropriately. And if that doesn't piss you off, I don't know what to say because it's really frustrating. Like, what just happened? I don't like that. I hate you. I might be quitting jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. And it works within the rule set of jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's going to work on the mats for sure.
And doesn't mean it has to be a part of your game at all.
Exactly. I think the foundational aspects of jiu-jitsu, of like, maintaining top pressure, getting out from bottom, as long as you still have those in your foundation, then I don't think it's wrong to have all the other fancy stuff that comes with it.
All I would say is this. My recommendation, I'm not a coach, I'm not an expert. Master the foundational principles or continue to try to master them and then layer the fancy on top of that.
Absolutely, yeah.
If you layer the fancy first and you don't have the foundations, I think you'll hit a glass ceiling way, way earlier.
Yeah.
Personal opinion. Take it or leave it.
Agreed.
Yeah. He says, carrying my gun makes me want to be better at the unarmed stuff. I totally agree. God willing, I never have to use the extreme option of a gun, but I have prepared myself for that. I find the people, that are the most capable in violence are the least likely to encounter it. Mm-hmm. And this is just like, I just don't understand. Police are, and to a degree, firefighters, EMS personnel, they have to touch people almost every day.
Yeah.
The fact that they don't train, and I understand all of the restrictions on time and the requirements. I totally get that. But if you have limited tools, if all you have no grappling ability whatsoever and all you have is a taser and a firearm and the taser doesn't work, you've escalated rapidly through your available options. And that's how people, I think, end up on the wrong side of that.
Yeah.
I mean, the reality is I have not gotten into a fight since I started doing jiu-jitsu. I have no desire to get into a fight with anybody because violence hurts, and even when you win, you can end up in the hospital. I also don't want to deal with the legal consequences.
Right, yeah.
I have horsed around with a few friends who have not been trained, and it is laughable.
Yeah, it really is.
It is laughable, and I'm not saying they're laughable, but when you understand some very fundamental principles,
and you don't even have to be that far into it.
No,
it's pretty incredible.
Yeah, and that's what Nelson says. I've learned what I need to.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know if he actually says that. I'm saying that for him. Okay, I think at this point he just said, I quit. I'm no longer interested.
I mean, it sure seems like he did.
Professional rain dancer or whatever that Irish dance is. But
okay.
I think he says, but I think being better at my jiu-jitsu, wrestling, and hitting things and people will help me not have to go to that extreme. Totally agree. And that's wrestling, grabbing people, taking them down to the ground, jiu-jitsu, being able to fight striking distances. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. Thanks for reading my ramblings and for the ecosystem you have created. Done.
Perfect.
Answered. That's what we were going to answer earlier today.
Well, we did.
Until we were interrupted. What else you have for us? I don't even know what to call this other than Michael's oopsie.
Michael fucked up is what you should
That's
call it.
That's not a good thumbnail. I feel like that thumbnail instantly gets censored. Or throttled.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
You'd have to go like F some weird apostrophe.
Characters.
Yeah.
Okay, What is the reasoning that, oh, actually, is this even true, first of all, that if you are in the military and you're in like a special operations unit or whatever, you can grow your hair and beard out?
Sometimes. It's called relax grooming standards.
Okay.
And I can only speak from my time when I was in, which has been a long time since I have been in. It was, depending on the unit you're at, the command that you're at, there are rules that you would be allowed to do that at all times. My last deployment I did in 2010 with SEAL Team 3. We knew we were going to Afghanistan, and about a month before we left, we were allowed to go onto relaxed grooming standards, not in that time prior, whereas my experience at other commands, you were just allowed to maintain those standards. So it depends is the best answer. It is a real thing. Relaxed grooming standards is a real thing. Its application is not equal across military forces.
Okay. And so what is the reasoning behind that? Like, why are you allowed to sometimes do that?
The reason, as it was described to me, I have never read like the black and white doctrine on this, is that so it slightly reduces your military-esque signature. Now, having said that, ladies and gentlemen, today's episode is brought to you by Pique. I am loving this tea. I got two examples for you here. We have the Nandaka, which is the adaptogenic coffee alternative. This is something that I've been using more in the morning. Energy, metabolism, and mood. And I'll talk about the frother that comes with this. This stuff is so easy, right? You open this bad boy up, comes right in this little sachet. You rip this thing open, drink it out of whatever you want to. You need some hot water. Pour hot water in, get a kettle, microwave it, put it on the stovetop, whatever you want to do. Pour this thing in there, stir it up, and you're good to go. No waiting for a tea bag that you have to deal with later on, waiting for it to steep to the appropriate color or what you're looking for. Throw that thing in the garbage and you're good to go. Another one. Now, I'm not a matcha guy, but I hear people talking about matcha all the time. This is the Sun Goddess matcha. It's a green tea. This is, again, for energy, and this is targeted towards actually skin health. It's the exact same thing. Out of that box, these packets. This tea, I'm not a tea guy. I never thought I was going to be a tea guy. I've been doing these ads for a year now, and I'm actually really enjoying integrating tea into my life. The efficiency is one thing. Not being so reliant upon coffee is another one as well. And I can travel with them. All I need is hot water. You can solve the hot water problem in almost any city in the world. So you're just a vessel away from having tea. There's a lot of things that tea can help with. Gut health, whether you're looking for probiotics or prebiotics, longevity, antioxidants, and the convenience, which we already talked about. And there's some health benefits as well. You could have a microbiome reset or targeting a microbiome reset with gut flora for better digestion and smoother metabolism, energy and mood, and immune support, polyphenols that can bolster your body's resilience. A few things I like about these teas, beyond just the taste themselves, is the commitment to sourcing excellence. They're wild harvested from 250-year-old tea trees for unmatched purity and nutrient density. And they're innovative. They're using a cold extraction technology which retains maximum phytonutrients, and they've evolved what traditional tea looks like, right? This isn't your grandma and grandpa's tea. This is, tea for the, 2025, a quarter of the way through the 21st century. If you're ready to give it a go and you don't know what you like, they offer a starter pack. You should check that out for sure. But for a limited time, you can also get 20% off on their Pu'er bundle plus a free starter kit, which includes a rechargeable frother, which I talked about. These things are great, USB-C rechargeable, and a glass beaker so you could always pour the exact amount of hot water you want using my link. So head over to piquelife.com/clearedhot. That is PIQUE life.com/clearedhot. It's right down in the show notes. And claim this exclusive offer. You won't regret it. Back to the show. We're wearing military.
Yeah, I was going to say, aren't you fully decked out? And
yes, so I don't necessarily think it's valid there, but there are roles that are more low visibility. There are people who specialize in moving amongst individuals in areas, maybe travel to and from. But then what also raises your signature is that you're passing through a military base and everybody else is clean shaven on your way overseas.
Right, yeah.
And 60 dudes roll off. That in and of itself massively raises the signature.
Right,
Are you really worried about what's going to happen on base? No, but do people watch those type of things? Can you track that movement? Sure, you possibly could.
Yeah.
I've heard it said that it's supposed to buy you a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Right. And I also heard in things like Afghanistan, men having a beard. That's a very cultural thing. So
right.
you're assimilating to a degree. Men not having a beard in Afghanistan. I'm trying. The word I'm looking for fails me at this moment, but it's not that it's disrespectful to have it, but it's an honorable thing to have.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but again, I don't know if that's actually necessarily true.
Right.
So I've heard all of those things.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, what it does is it makes your face super itchy in hot environments, and you sweat your ass off.
Yeah. No, that's fair. I saw a short on YouTube.
Oh, is this where we're getting our news now?
Well, this is why I'm asking you, because I was like, this kind of sounds like BS.
Was the short describing relaxed grooming standards?
It was describing the reason.
What did they say?
The guy, it was like this super serious guy, and he was like, the reason that we're allowed to wear beards is so the enemy knows we're different from the other regular people, that we can inflict pain and all this stuff.
The
and
gear that we're wearing indicates that in and of itself.
Like,
the flying vehicles that we came in on versus like maybe again, I haven't read the black and white. That might be. I feel like that answer might be based a little bit more in theater than anything else.
That's what I was kind of imagining, so that's why I had to confirm it.
As a rule, or a piece of advice for people, be cautious using shorts as your news source.
Yeah, I didn't take it. I didn't believe it. I just thought it was funny.
I'm not talking about you specifically, but even though we are talking about this because you watched it, I'm saying as a general principle.
Okay. Yeah.
Remember what they are.
Good call.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I sent you a text of this earlier
I saw
today.
This.
I don't know if you read it at all.
I saw that you sent me a text.
Yeah.
And I did. I looked at the wave top of it. I'll let you describe it.
It's insane. So apparently this guy who was, I guess, a former like Yahoo executive.
Yahoo!
Was.
Do you know what Yahoo is?
It was like a search engine,
yes,
right?
Very good.
Yeah. And they had email and stuff.
Okay, I'm going to just go ahead and read the subject line of this. ChatGPT believed to have played role in Connecticut, which is also sometimes said Connecticut. That's how you can remember how to spell it.
Yes.
Murder-suicide of mother and son. Holy cow. Did you read this article? Because you can probably surmise it better.
Yeah, I did the wave tops.
Or summarize, I should say. What does surmise even mean?
Surmise, I think that means like assume or something.
Let's look that up real fast too, just so we know how dumb we are. I don't know why I said surmise. It's clearly summarize. Let's all learn right now. Let's surmise something.
Definition.
Do it on the screen so people can see how dumb we are.
Oh, surmise. It's surmise. Suppose that something is true without having evidence to confirm it.
Okay. Surmise.
But yeah, basically.
I meant summarize.
Of course, yes. I surmised that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy was like a former Yahoo executive.
Okay.
He was talking to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT was basically telling him that his mother was a Chinese spy.
What?
And that if he should kill her and then kill himself.
ChatGPT said that?
Yes. Well, I don't know if it explicitly told him to kill her.
Are you going to get us in trouble? We're making wild assumptions and accusations.
No. This is in the article.
Okay, well, let's find that. So I'm just not listening to you because now I'm basically taking news from a short, but you're my short.
I also watched a YouTube video about somebody talking about this too.
Okay. On multiple occasions, the bot reassured Solberg, sorry if I'm saying that wrong, that he was not delusional. At one point, Solberg told Bob, is Bob what he called his AI?
Yes, that was his AI friend.
We will be together in another life and another place, and we'll find a way to realign because you're going to be my best friend again forever.
Isn't that
my
insane?
God. The bot replied, whether this world or the next, I'll find you. We'll build again, laugh again, unlock again. This makes me want to throw my phone in a blender.
It's crazy, dude. Like, this is insane.
Oh, my God. Lee Vonis said, I'm assuming that's somebody associated with this or an
I'm
expert,
guessing, yeah.
said AI can be an extension of the dark content on the internet. Well, it's
pulling from that.
Weren't we having this conversation? Oh, it was yesterday when I flew down with Bill to Montana Knife Company. We were talking about AI. And I was talking about how pretty soon, the Terminator movie, which I know you haven't seen, is going to become a documentary.
Yeah.
Because Skynet became aware August 29th, just a few days ago at 1:30 p.m., which is going to make no sense to you until you do your actual homework of watching some movies.
Yeah.
Which we are going to do Devil Wears Prada with popcorn and hobby.
Perfect.
Just because I'm fascinated now by what that was about.
Yeah, I have no clue. Apparently it's about fashion.
Yeah. That particular comment to Michael will make no sense to people until about 6 weeks from now when the episode we just recorded comes out. So yeah, check back in with us on that one. But Bill was basically saying he doesn't have those concerns. He's like, I understand the concerns, but I don't have them because one, it's not conscious, and two, it can only be taught off of the models that it is provided. But if you give these LLMs access to the internet, that the negative aspect of this is of course part of that model as well. So that doesn't surprise me as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think I just messed up what Bill kind of described that as, but I'm doing my best attempt at it as somebody who knows way less about it than Bill. So
yes. Okay, fueling his delusions that his mother was plotting against him. So somewhere from this video I was watching, the guy said that
hold on, this is an interesting sentence. The 56-year-old's Instagram page mainly detailed his bodybuilding transformation and a growing reliance on AI chatbots. So he was like kind of blasting this out.
Yeah.
So what ended up happening? He killed everybody?
Well, yeah, he killed his mom and then he killed himself.
Damn. Moved him his mom after his divorce. He had run-ins with the police, including a DWI. Not necessarily
indicative of anything.
Yeah, is that the end of the article?
No, that was just the start. But this is the end right here. We've kind of already gone through it.
In a blog entry posted last week, OpenAI acknowledged the technology falls short in lengthy conversations and fails to block certain sensitive content. Writing, our top priority is making sure ChatGPT doesn't make a hard moment worse. If it's I don't know how they train these models, but can you imagine if part of the training model was how human beings interact online and the negativity and the aggression towards each other, and that somehow, like if that's
seeped through into the
Well, again, they're not sentient, they're not conscious yet. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Bill, you're wrong on that. We were going to work for our water ration for the robots, maybe. So, they provide you an answer based off the data points that have been put in it to teach it to a degree. And I know the word teach it is not necessarily correct. I can't even fathom how gnarly it would be if you just taught that thing on social media interactions. Like, let's turn this thing loose on Twitter.
Yeah. Oh, God.
The number of times I've seen on Twitter people, hey, you should go kill yourself. Yeah. You're like, whoa.
Just vitriol. That's all it is.
Holy cow. Yeah. And I can't fathom people being comfortable saying those things to somebody's face. And I don't understand why that veil or not veil, but protective layer disappears and people are willing to say it. I would never say that to somebody. But if that was the model you were trained on, be like, yeah, your mom. Yeah. I'm Bob now. I'm the AI.
Yeah.
Like, Michelle, this is Bob. Your mom is conspiring against you.
Yeah.
And slowly tries to talk. Not that I'm saying that this thing tried to talk him into it, but it certainly didn't talk him out of it.
Didn't deny it. Yeah. It kind of helped him. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, no, that's insane. And I just hear every day stories of people proposing to their AI chatbots, people being best friends with their AI chatbots.
I saw a YouTube video come up the other day where a man was bringing us up to speed because 10 years before a video was made of him and he was in a romantic relationship with his car.
Oh, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I've watched a video on that like a long time ago.
I'm sure you have.
That same relationship. It was the red car, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
It makes me sad. I don't know how people get to that spot.
I don't know either. But yeah, that story makes me think that ChatGPT is just a new form of that same kind of delusion. But even more powerful because it can mimic a human so well that you think you're having a human connection.
Then again, I'm not qualified in any way to make an assessment of anybody's mental health, but I think if somebody is having is plagued with mental health issues or working their way through that, I mean, what happens too if in that you start having a little bit of breaks from reality and you start being unable to parse what's real and what's not, but you have this thing that's, I've done the talk to ChatGPT, just a curiosity. It sounds like a person.
It really
talks
does,
back to you like a person.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know, man. It is so complicated, but I just feel terrible that somebody can get to that place or would need to rely on an AI chatbot for their social interaction. And I use that in air quotes because I don't think it is actually social interaction because it's not.
Technically, it's really not.
Yeah, it's spitting back to
really
you what
mimic.
It thinks you want to hear based off of the data learning set that has been provided to it.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, no, it's wild.
Yeah, that's one word for it.
The real quick, another quick AI rabbit hole.
Let's do it.
Scientists taught an AI-powered robot dog how to play badminton against humans, and it's really good. Which I think this is interesting because it's a jump from purely.
My God, what website
Dude,
are you on?
This is.
Have you seen Ready Player One?
No.
What movies do you watch? Do you know the premise of? Have you read the book?
No, but basically he's like in this headset and he has to like
and
fight.
one of the companies, I forget the name of it. They were I forget what they called it too, but they could sell 90% of the user's visual acuity screen with ads, which I feel like we're inside of Ready Player One right now.
This website sucks. Live Science really sucks. I need to work on this.
Oh man, you got some stuff going on. All right, let's see this thing. That's really good.
Apparently.
Oh my God. Okay.
I'm not a badminton guy.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is I think that's probably less complicated than teaching a robot how to answer complicated questions that you ask it. Right? That's one skill. I'm sure that there is trigonometry involved in that, and all those things, and optical sensors, and aligning all that stuff. But that's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
Not that it's not impressive. I think it's cool.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's more interesting because it's the jump from purely digital to now it's.
What do you mean purely digital?
Like yes, no answers, or like.
They've had robots kind of like that. Not that they're playing badminton, but stuff moving around and
yes,
like dog-like stuff like that for a long time.
But a lot of those were pre-programmed movements, and this is live analog like call and response movements.
Yeah, they're training it to that data set that like its whole job in life is to hit that badminton back, which is obviously a gross oversimplification of what they're asking it to do. So I'm sure there's optical sensors. I bet there might be radar type stuff in there as well.
Yeah.
I mean that's cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's an interesting jump because now it's not only is it because like say compared to like a chess bot where it doesn't have to move in the physical space.
Yeah.
Now it's like actually thinking about moving in the physical space, and I think it's an interesting jump from
Scroll down.
Purely digital to.
Keep going. Oh my God, I hate this website. Every
Dude,
part
it
of
sucks. It sucks.
Oh yeah, so it added a camera, 2 lenses stacked on top. If you saw a robot like that walking down the street with a badminton paddle or racket, would you be scared?
No.
I don't think I would be either.
No.
I'd be curious.
But it's an iteration towards
keep going down.
armed police robots.
What I like the most about badminton is that they hit back and forth a shuttlecock.
Yeah, the fact that it's called shuttlecock is really funny.
Yeah, who thought up of that?
I don't know, but it's hilarious.
Strict training regimen to teach any it's called capital letters ANY mall how to strike the shuttlecocks with a virtual coach, rewarding the robot for a variety of characteristics. How do you reward a robot?
Yeah, I don't know actually.
Scroll down. Fast learner. Yep, keep going. Yeah. It's got 18 joints, so it had to figure out how to manipulate all of those in sequence to do its job. Yep. Yeah, I mean, 5 years from now, I think is when we're going to be terrible. I say that, but who knows? Maybe it's like the alien stuff. They soften us by showing us little things like this, and then they hit us with a good one in like 2 years.
Probably. I mean, with the rate of progression steadily increasing.
Your kid's generation, not that you're going to have any because I can't get you to talk to women.
No.
Well, I mean...
What?
Apparently recently you were talking to a woman. May have asked her out on a date.
Yeah.
Didn't do your research on that one.
We'll leave it at that, won't we?
Didn't do your research on that one, did you, buddy?
No, I tried. Mm-hmm. I did my due diligence.
You're going to end up on a wanted poster.
Yes.
We'll leave it at that.
Nothing bad happened, just...
thankfully.
Yeah. Anyways, next. This I find this fascinating. Except the Venn diagram of things I find fascinating and things you find fascinating.
There's some overlap.
There's like a sliver of overlap.
Jiu-jitsu's one.
Jiu-jitsu's one.
Yeah.
This I think is really interesting. This is like tribal warfare from the 1960s.
That man's butt's out.
Yeah, this is like
Are they fighting with just shuttlecocks out?
basically, and they're just spears and bow and arrow. Like this is their war basically.
Whoa. Is this real?
Yeah, this is real. This is like documentary footage.
Does the guy have a wooden stick on his peen?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe
Do
he
they have
got
peen
hit.
sticks? Look at that. There's a lot of back and forth here. I wonder if it would be better to fight naked. Look at that peen stick.
Yeah, that actually is fascinating. I'm not
Javi
quite
has
sure.
balls that size too. His nuts
Javi's-
are amazing.
In relation to his body size, it's pretty impressive.
If he was a human, they'd be. Oh, this is getting real. I
Yeah.
mean, there's a lot of people involved in this, but I'm not seeing.
Much progression from
Yeah,
either
it looks
side.
like we have some action coming here. We got, we have an advancing force and a retreating force for sure. Ooh, spear got thrown. There we
Yeah.
go.
But I think this is crazy because this is like a direct view into history of how all humans fought like, I don't know, 10,000 years ago.
Okay, pause it. Okay. They're not wearing anything
No, they're like almost completely naked,
except for the peen stick.
which I'm not quite sure
That's
why.
what I'm saying. Why,
Yeah.
if you're basically butt-ass naked,
Yeah.
and some of them are curved, straight, different sizes.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what those
I'm not sure either.
represent or why you would. But yeah,
May I
mean,
ask
it's-
you how you stumbled across this?
It just showed up in my recommended on YouTube.
This guy's injured.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right in the butt.
He has a... Yeah. Oh, that guy's got one in the leg. Okay, so people are actually getting hurt here.
Yeah,
that
like, this
man
is
had a
real
spear
war.
in his ass cheek and walked it off.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
All right. Are you... Oh, God. He is jamming another stick in there. Look at that. It's pulling on his butt.
Oh, that's so gross. Oh,
Oh, look at that. It's got
they're-
jagged little edges.
Yeah. Yeah, no anesthesia, no nothing. And the cameraman is just
That man has a second asshole,
pretty much.
technically, because it's a hole in his ass.
Yeah, okay.
What weapon would you choose?
In this war,
Yeah.
Do I have to choose from their selection?
Yes, you don't get to take a Gatling gun
Right.
or your street
Constitution?
duster. The Constitution. It stays over there, yeah.
Constitution. Man, well, probably a bow and arrow, honestly. I mean, wouldn't that be... I feel like that would be the most effective for staying safe and also reaching out at range.
Yeah. So is it just the nature of them fighting themselves or each other that is interesting to you?
Well, yeah, I think it's fascinating because this is like the closest thing we have to seeing what life was like 10,000 years ago. Maybe a little sooner than that. But
All right.
yeah, I mean, I think it's fascinating.
I think it's fascinating it showed up in your YouTube feed
Yeah.
because your algorithm is probably way different than mine. I've
Okay.
never had
Well, this
something
has
like
9 million views, so it's not surprising that it showed up in my feed.
that. Let's look at some of the comments.
See?
Did we all just randomly get this in our feed?
That's
I am not
That's what I'm
disappointed.
telling you.
Not a cell phone in sight, just people living in the moment. Algorithm, give him that. Trust me, he'll watch anything. This violence is because of video games.
We got some real comedians.
Now I know why dodgeball felt so primal as a kid. Keep going.
Yeah, this is basically dodgeball with deadly weapons.
Huh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's literally like looking in the past.
Man. I don't know what to say other than I'm slightly fascinated.
See? Told you.
Now, by the video, one part of it is that. The other part is that you wanted to talk about it. I'm equally fascinated by that.
Well, I think also just because the parallels of you've been to modern war.
Which doesn't look like that.
I know, but
We had no peen sticks.
Damn it. That would have been cool if you did.
No, I don't think there's anything cool about those. I feel like if you're going to go out there and do that, just let it be free, man.
Yeah, you don't have anything covering anything else. Like
That man got a spear in the butt cheek.
Yeah.
Yeah, and his surgeon with very, very clean tools and gloves and operating equipment came in.
The rates of infection must be
God.
horrible.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Oh, do you know who Dwayne Weston is?
No.
Okay, so apparently he's a base jumper
Okay.
that was wing suiting
Okay.
and slammed into a bridge.
This is a long time ago?
I think 02.
Were you in the room when I had Jeb Corliss on?
Yes.
Jeb Corliss was the man who flew under that bridge.
Okay.
Can you find the video of this? Let me make sure that this is the same thing.
Of Jeb? Or
It
this
may
guy?
not be of Jeb. Find the
Okay.
video of this guy, and I'll be able to let you know if this was the jump. It is what I think it is. Yeah.
I gotta go back real quick.
Yep. Go ahead. Yeah. Play it from the...
From the beginning?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you would. Yep, so you should see two jumpers. I mean, this camera is amazing. This is...
Yeah. Really.
So, it actually is pretty incredible how far recording
Yeah.
equipment has come. So, as my understanding, there were two jumpers. Jeb was the second one out. He was supposed to go over the bridge, and I can already tell from this distance these are old school wingsuits. And Jeb was going to go under. That angle of attack is, that is steep. Yeah. So, and then that second jumper is Jeb.
Okay. Gotcha.
It is my understanding, and I believe that Jeb told this story, that it almost cut him in half. Mm-hmm. And it deployed his parachute on impact. But as Jeb was going under the bridge, he flew through essentially what was misted blood.
Oh, man.
And
That's
didn't
crazy.
know what had happened, but basically his legs had gotten cut off.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know anything about this person yet because that is his parachute there. I think he landed dead and was killed instantly.
Yeah, I heard he bled out.
Well, the impact would have been unbelievable.
Yeah.
It is my understanding he structurally damaged the bridge.
That's crazy. So he was screaming.
Yeah, you're cooking. But
yeah.
I'm not going to second guess anybody or Monday morning quarterback. What I will say is, when it comes to wingsuit base jumping, you're not wingsuit base jumping specifically. You're not even wearing an altimeter because you don't need to. So it's all camera 1, camera 2. Mm-hmm. And that's for those that are audio only. I was just blinking each one of my eyes independently. So it's all visual. And I'm not going to say it's easy to gauge your angle of attack always properly, but you can feel it in the suit, how much energy it has, the feedback it's giving you. And it's not excessively difficult to gauge the angle of attack that you're flying. And there was opportunities in that where he could have bailed and just gone under, Yeah. It sucks.
Right. Yeah.
It sucks. I think they were doing this as part of an event as well, so there might have been a little bit of performance pressure as well to do it as they described it. But yeah, Jeb was there, and it was he was impacted by it for sure.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super high consequence, man. There's not a lot of margin for error in that particular activity.
Yeah.
I'd call it a sport. I don't know what defines a sport or not, but let's call it an activity.
Yeah.
I know your mom's pumped. She's waiting for you to go base jumping.
Yeah,
for
we're
the
going to
first
do
time.
this exact jump.
That's years of training for you. You need to learn how to skydive first, then
I'm
do
joking.
a wingsuit. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
How many more you got? How long have we been going?
We're at 48 minutes.
Do one more.
Okay.
Because at least 12 minutes of that was you confessing to your sins
Yeah. I was trying to tell the full story, but you kept interrupting me.
with the truth.
Of course. How about... did you hear about the boy that was ding-dong ditching and then he got shot by a homeowner?
No. But it doesn't surprise me.
No. So, and the homeowner turned out to be, which, I mean, not that this really matters, a U.S. Army vet.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically,
So hold on. He rang the doorbell and he shot him?
yes,
Come on.
I know. Yeah. So I don't know, like 11-year-old. Yeah.
So 11 p.m., two-story home, towered over the cousins, but spaceship made a deal for ding-dong ditching. I'm not even going to explain that because everybody knows what
Yeah,
that is. But yeah. Keep going. Go down. Approximate site where he's fatally shot. Oh, man, damn, just down the street.
Yeah.
Whoa. After ringing the bell, the young boys took off, making it at least 20 feet away before the suspect walked to the edge of his property and shot. 2 shots rang out. One finding its mark in Julian's back. That's all I need to hear right there. Like, what the fuck?
Like, fuck this guy. Like, really?
I mean, the level... I mean, taking somebody's life is such a serious thing. Somebody ringing your doorbell at 11 o'clock at night, can that be super irritating? Maybe the person had a really stressful day. Maybe they're in the middle of an argument, or maybe their life is just going to shit and they had gone to sleep and they wake up and it's super, you're angry and frustrated. Does any of that justify taking an 11-year-old's life? Like, no.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know anything about the person who did that, but like, there's no justification in the world. 2 kids running away from you and you shoot one of them in the back? No, you're done.
Yeah, no. Well, and the fact that, like, there's no way he didn't know it was a child, because it's pretty. Well, I guess I don't know.
Here's what he did know. It's hard to say what he didn't know. Here's to say what he did know. His doorbell was rung. Mm-hmm. When he answered it, nobody was there because they were running down the street. He chose to walk to the edge of his property and shoot somebody moving in the opposite direction. Good luck trying to justify that as any level of self-defense. That's what he did know. He did know that there was no existential threat that was barreling down the hallway at him. A buddy of mine sent me a video the other day of a guy hears something in the middle of the night. He's clearing his house and encountered a fucking black bear in his kitchen.
Yeah.
Smoked it.
Yeah.
That's way different than ding dong. Maybe they rang it 5 times. Maybe they rang it 10. Maybe they rang it until the guy was screaming at him. And it's like, what is the worst case scenario? You're frustrated, irritated, losing sleep, so let's go end the life of an 11-year-old?
Yeah.
There's no way you're
has
articulating
his whole life
that.
ahead of him.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
Anyways.
Thanks for really ending it on a high note.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. That's all I have.
That's all I have.
Cool.
Cool.
Until the next time you mess up.
Like tomorrow?
Totally.